This lesson shows you how to convert unit rates to equivalent rates. Here are some relationships between customary and metric units of measure. They are used to write unit ratios. For example, 12 inches over 1 foot. Since the numerator and denominator are equal, the ratio is equal to 1. These unit ratios are used to convert rates in a process called dimensional analysis. Since rates are fractions, you have to remember two things you learned from fractions. First, cross-canceling. If you multiply two fractions like this, you can cross-cancel the 3's and you get 2 over 5. In dimensional analysis, you do the same thing, but with units. If you multiply miles over hours times hours over seconds, hours cancel, and you get miles over seconds instead of miles over hours. The second thing to remember about fractions are equivalent fractions. When you multiply 1/2 by 5 over 5, you get 5 over 10. These two fractions are equivalent. That means they have the same value, because you multiplied by 5 over 5, which is equal to 1. In dimensional analysis, you do the same thing. You multiply by unit ratios that are equal to 1. For example, if 1 foot equals 12 inches, then 12 inches over 1 foot, or 1 foot over 12 inches, are unit ratios equal to 1. In example 1, you have a unit rate 10 feet per second. In order to convert this to inches per second, you need a unit rate with feet in the denominator in order to cancel out feet in the numerator. So you multiply by the unit ratio 12 inches over 1 foot. Feet cancel out. Then you multiply, and you have 120 inches per second, which is equivalent to 10 feet per second. In example 2, to convert from miles to feet, multiply by 5,280 feet over 1 mile. Cross-cancel miles, multiply, and you have the equivalent rate in feet per hour instead of miles per hour. In example 3, to convert from seconds to hours, multiply by two ratios, 60 seconds over 1 minute and 60 minutes over 1 hour. Cross-cancel seconds, cross-cancel minutes, multiply, and you have an equivalent rate in feet per hour instead of feet per second. If you think you've got it, pause the video and try these problems. Starting with 22 miles per hour, multiply by 5,280 feet over 1 mile. Cross-cancel miles for an equivalent rate 116,160 feet per hour. Starting with 125 miles per hour, multiply by 1 hour over 60 minutes. Cross-cancel hours for an equivalent rate of about 2.1 miles per minute. In example 4, starting with 10 miles per hour, multiply by 3 ratios: 5,280 feet over 1 mile, 1 hour over 60 minutes, and 1 minute over 60 seconds. Then cross-cancel miles, cross-cancel hours, and cross-cancel minutes. Then multiply and divide for an equivalent rate of about 14.7 feet per second instead of miles per hour. This lesson showed you how to convert unit rates to equivalent rates. And this lesson was brought to you by the Math Fun Academy. Its continuing mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new math and new equations, to boldly go where no math student has gone before.